Look, Simba, everything the light touches is our kingdom.
Wow.
A king's time as ruler rises and falls like the sun. One day, Simba, the sun will set on my time here and will rise with you as the new king.
And this'll all be mine?
Everything.
Everything the light touches. What about that shadowy place?
That's beyond our borders. You must never go there, Simba.
But I thought a king can do whatever he wants.
Oh, there's more to being king than getting your way all the time.
There's more?
Simba.
Did you know that you taking your place in the circle of life is a matter of life and death? Hello everyone, my name is Brandon Dowge and welcome back to the Movie Corner, where I love to talk about movies and analyze them. Today is going to be Storytime episode 3, where we'll be diving into The Lion King, one of the greatest animated films of all time. And the reason why it is one of the greatest animated films of all time is because it has such a deep message about taking on responsibility, about taking on a position, taking on where you're supposed to be in life, and in doing so you become who you're meant to be, and it helps the people around you thrive. So obviously, with the breakdown of the story, our main character is Simba, the son of a king, and he is in line to become the king of Pride Rock, to govern over the Pride Lands. When we meet young Simba, he is very carefree, and he thinks that being king means that he gets to do whatever he wants, that he doesn't have to take on any responsibility whatsoever. But as time goes on, with his conniving and malicious Uncle Scar scheming to kill Mufasa specifically, but also Simba, everything is turned on its head. And once the stampede occurs, which is one of the saddest moments in cinematic history, in my opinion, things go downhill for Simba, and his worldview is broken. His worldview becomes less than ideal, and he runs away from his problems, mostly by the persuasion of Scar. The Pride Lands fall into ruin, and Simba runs off to who knows where and runs into Timon and Pumbaa, who delivered to him a very, one might think that it's a very fun message, but it's really a very dangerous message. Hakuna Matata, there is no worries. Basically saying, don't take on any responsibility, do whatever you want. Be carefree. If you have no worries, then there's nothing to weigh you down. And that's how Simba grew up from there, becoming a full-grown adult, having this mentality instilled in his mind that if I avoid everything, if I avoid responsibility, if I avoid my identity, if I avoid taking my place and suppressing these things that have happened to me, then I will be happy, then I will be joyful. But we know that in life, things creep up on us when we suppress them. And the thing that creeped up on Simba was Nala, which was the last thing he could have expected. And Nala, obviously there is love there. Can you feel the love tonight? We all know that. But she is urging him to go back. Urging him to go back and take his place as king, to fight Scar. She tells him that the Pride Lands are in ruin, as I mentioned before. There's no food, no water, all the herds have gone, and yet Scar and his pride will not leave Pride Rock. Simba, obviously, with her talking about taking his father's place, it hits a nerve and he shuts down and runs away. And from there comes the most powerful scene, in my opinion, of any Disney film, where Rafiki leads Simba to his father, Mufasa, and Mufasa speaks to him, reminding him of who he is, that because he has forgotten who he was, that he has forgotten who he is as well. What am I saying? That because Simba has forgotten Mufasa and who he was and what he stood for, he has forgotten who he is as a son of a king. And he says that, he says, remember who you are. You are my son, and the one true king. From there, Simba is faced with the decision to go back. Rafiki helps him with one of the most beautiful lines, beautiful lessons in any animated film, where he says, the past can hurt, but the way I see it, you can either run from it or learn from it. And from there, Simba runs back and takes on that responsibility. You can see the shift, you can see the change, that he's ready to face his demons, he's ready to face his past and retake the throne. And it's just, once again, just a beautiful story. And another powerful moment at the very, very end, when he has defeated Scar and he takes his place and he roars, like he is making sure everybody knows that he is there to stay. And from there, the Pride-lands become lush again, the herds come back, and everything is balanced in the circle of life. And so the question that I base to you is, have you ever thought about where you are in life is that important? That if you weren't where you are, whether it's as a father, a mother, a sister, a brother, a friend, that if you weren't in that position, there would be death and destruction. That your life has that much meaning in that place, and that without it, there is drought, there is famine, there are these certain things that would stand in the way of someone living their best life. That's how important responsibility is. That's how important where you need to be is. And that's a part of this thing called God's plan for your life. That it might not seem like the thing that you wanted, but it's the thing that he has planned for you. And it's up to you to trust and surrender and take on that responsibility that is being asked of you, whether it's by your superiors, whether it's by your parents, whether it's by your friends, your colleagues, your coworkers, or God himself. At the end of the day, responsibility is important. Knowing your identity, hearing it from a father figure, hearing it from Father God, whoever it is important. Taking on responsibility, facing your past is important. Because when we take our place in the circle of life, when we take our place in our families, within our friend groups, within our workplaces, and we embrace it, there is nothing that we can't do. So that'll wrap up this episode of Storytime. This was Over the Lion King. If you enjoyed what you have heard today and watched, please subscribe and give a like on this video. I have other videos on the YouTube channel, a bunch of montages and tributes as well. But until next time, keep dreaming, keep being creative, keep looking to the Lord, and I'll see you on the flip side.